Facebook's online. Last but not least, always last to the party,
The YouTube.
the tube. Let me hear a sound check from both of you.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Get a little more than hello. Seriously, guys.
Testing 1, 2,
I've been
3.
doing it for 2 years. I get a hello.
I like to drive Scott crazy. with
Seriously?
that. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3,
Can
testing.
you
Hello.
talk like you talk, not like hi, testing? This is the testing.
But I do talk.
Talk how you would talk on the show, please, so I can get an audio.
Hello, hello. I don't know why you say goodbye. I say hello.
See how simple that is? Thank you, Chad.
We're singing Beatles songs now. Is that
Just
Yep.
talk. You have to say it. Just talk it.
okay? I'm gonna
As
fix
you-
Facebook.
Stop doing what you're doing and actually like look at me and talk how you would normally talk.
I'm fixing Facebook. That's what I'm doing.
Okay, but I need you to talk.
I thought we all tested this already last night with our patrons. Remember?
I know, but I want to hear how you sound now.
Okay. I should sound exactly the same. I have not adjusted any levels. I've done nothing different.
Hello, everybody. Sorry, Jesse's got a new board, so we're just working the board in, so to speak. We hope it sounds good. We got Jesse a new board, so no more buzz anymore. Hopefully, it is my phone's. Where's my phone? There it is. Jess, we can put the chair to the curb, by the way.
Okay. Happy to do that.
Go ahead then. Hello from Facebook. Hello from my house, Ryan. Oh wow, I pushed the button earlier than expected. Sorry about that, guys. All right, guys. Show tonight how to write a great log. And you want to add to this conversation, you give us a call 808-468-7924. 808 got swag. You'll win a prize all month long thanks to Practical Geocaching. That was loud. Down a little bit. Try that again. Yeah, it's a little better. There we go. Hello, Patrick.
Whoops.
Jim Finch got his gift from Practical Geocaching today, as a matter of fact.
Woohoo.
And how is it, Jim? Tell the others how it is so they can call in. Does it sound good? Yeah, see, Jesse, with this new board, like, it's that mic's picking up everything you're doing.
Yeah, I could even
I
hear
could
the
literally hear
little.
her phone. I could hear her
Exactly.
phone. Wow. She can't hear us, though. But, Jesse, with that new board, I hear everything. I heard you dialing your phone.
I know that's why I'm like this. It's this microphone.
Yeah,
it picks up
It's a $450 mic. It better pick up everything.
everything. Well, maybe we need to get out one of the other ones.
You want to work on a crappier mic?
Well, if it means you don't hear me tapping on the table or
Well,
me
maybe you'll
dialing
have
my
to pay-
phone.
maybe you'll have to pay attention and not surf the web during the show.
What?
Right?
Me?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, me. Yeah. Busted now.
You'll hear me. Oh no, you won't hear me typing. I was gonna
What
say you'll
board
hear
did
me
you get,
typing when
Jeff?
I'm screening
What did I
calls.
get you? What board did I get you? It should say it on there.
We got
You got really good reviews.
Phoenix
A Phoenix.
PTX 10.
There it
Yeah, it's great.
is. Yeah. What's up, Ian? For her, it's good. For the
Yep.
if you're running the show, I've got a Mackie here, but
Yeah, this works perfectly for what I need.
yeah.
I can actually hear myself for the first time in a year and a half. So if I'm quiet, it's because I can hear it. I don't want to hear myself.
Why does it sound fuzzy in the car now? Ian says it sounds fuzzy in the car.
Everything sounds different in the car.
You sounded good last night. I don't know.
Your car is fuzzy.
Your car is fuzzy, man. I can't. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to tell you?
Maybe it's Chad.
Maybe it's maybe it's your car. Maybe it's your cheap. You should have sprung for the better speakers, Ian. How about that? Should have got the deluxe package on the on this area. Okay. Good evening, Tammy Bartlett. All right. I think we are ready to go. Chad, you good? You okay?
I'm good.
I'm
Yes,
going to
you
grab a
okay?
water real quick.
All right, hurry up. I'll wait for you.
But I might sniffle a little bit during the show. So
Okay. Okay. Don't you have a mute button if you sniffle?
I've got a mute button.
Well, there you go.
I usually use it, but sometimes when you're sniffling, you kind of forget about it.
Hmm. Julian Niemer says, on my phone, I hear fuzzy too. Really? That's
Hmm.
interesting. Fuzzy?
I wonder if they're hearing the fish tank.
I don't know.
Should I unplug it? And I'll forget to plug it back
I
in,
know,
and
and
then
you
we'll have a
kill a
dead
fish.
fish, and I'll have a sad kid, and oh,
They'll live. Let's see. Jesse, hold on. Jesse, mute your mic.
yep.
Okay, guys. Is the fuzz gone? Or is the fuzz still there? Just out of curiosity. Now that Jesse has muted her mic, but me and Chad are still regular. Oh, there you go. At least it says we're clear on the iPad. So, but is the fuzz gone now? Hurry up so I can start the show. Let me know if it's Jesse or not. The fuzz. Is it still fuzzy or is the fuzz gone? Still there. Okay. So hold on a second.
Okay, something else.
Mute me. Hold on. Chad, you need to talk. Okay, Chad, you mute yourself.
Okay, hang on. Let me mute myself. There's.
Okay, there you go. Chad is not muted. Is the fuzz gone or is the fuzz still there? There's my alarm going off. We're late now. Okay. Is the fuzz still there or is the fuzz gone? It's gone. So Chad, it's you.
I'm the bad guy.
It's Chaz.
So Chad has the same mixer that I did have
All
that
right,
was causing all kinds of
we gotta
problems.
buy
So
Chaz a new mixer. Chaz,
maybe
I'll
we need to
send you
get
a
him
mixer.
this one.
Yeah.
I'll send you the one I just bought Jesse because apparently it's pretty good.
Yeah, works great.
Apparently it's Chad. Sorry guys, it's Chad.
I'm sorry.
Chad's
All right, let's start
fuzzy.
the show. Here we go. I'm hitting the buzzer here. All right, we are recording. Here we go. In 3, 2. Hey, Corey, what's up, Corey? 3, 2, 1.
You wanna know how to find it. Seek it out when they hide it. You know it's in the bag when it's an easy grab. But come on, take a chance now. Go, geocache. And if you need help, we're right there in a flash. If you got a question, just call in and ask. I cover the stash on the Geocaching Podcast. The Geocaching Podcast.
Welcome, everyone. It is Wednesday. It is 8:30, which means that it is once again time for the Geocaching Podcast. My name is Scott Burks. We have short and it's manning the phones, and please welcome to my virtual left, my co-host, Chaz. 427.
Howdy, y'all. Do you TFTC? Do you TNLN? Do you log with only an acronym? Then this show is for you.
That's right. Because tonight is episode 603, recorded live on February 19th, 2020. And it is how to write a good log. Not a great log, just a good log. Although the title is great log. I don't know. Phone lines are open. Just give us a call, 808-468-7924. That is 808-GOT-SWAG. But Chad,
Mm-hmm.
before we start this show on writing logs, who I am the biggest hypocrite because I have no business doing an entire show on how to write a log because I am the worst log writer on the planet. But we'll get into that in a minute. But we got to talk about Patreon before we do that. Chad, as you know, it costs a lot of money to make this show work. I just bought Jesse a new board, for cripe's sake.
Yeah.
We could really use your help. Thanks to all our current subscribers. We love you guys on the inner circle, the other side, all the other stuff on the paywall. We got some new ones, Chad. New subscribers. We got Dolly Bug Pug.
That's got to be one of my favorite caching names
Dolly
now.
Bug Pug.
Yeah, that's a beautiful name.
Good one, man. Out of Hamburg, Pennsylvania. Never been to Hamburg, Pennsylvania. Chad, you?
I don't think I have.
No. How about VSSJ out of Delaware, Ohio? Gold Star, Chad. Oh, come on.
Awesome.
Gotta give it a loud gold bell for that. There we go. Gold Star out of Jesse's pointing. What are you
I
pointing?
am because I was going to tell you, Scott. Hamburg, Pennsylvania is in Berks County, Pennsylvania.
Get the F out of here.
I asked
It's in
the
Berks- No, I gotta
Google.
go
It
to
told
Berks
me.
County. I gotta go to Berks County. So,
Yep.
so my oldest, my 15-year-old, found Berks, Penn State Berks. There's a Penn State in Berks County, and their sweatshirt literally says Berks on it. And Toby's like, I need that. I need it. So yes. Oh, if you're in Berks County, I'll get there eventually because I got to get a picture in front of the sign. That's his Berks County. So VSSJ out of Delaware, Ohio. Go Star Patron. We love you just a little bit more. Dolly Bug Pug out of Hamburg, Pennsylvania. Thank you guys so much for becoming patrons. We appreciate it. Enjoy all the stuff on the other side. And hey, if you want to become a sponsor of our show, not a sponsor, a patron of our show, you can just go to patreon.com like these guys did. That's patreon.com/the Geocaching Podcast.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Tonight's show is brought to you by Cachly. Cachly is an advanced geocaching app for iOS. It features powerful online and offline features, including filtered searches, offline maps, and offline saving of caches. Cachly has hundreds of advanced features that will make your geocaching experience just that much better. Get more info at cachly.com. That's CACHLY.com.
And it's also sponsored by Logwork. Logwork are the creators of the fantastic logbook made with genuine writing the ring paper. The logbook designed for the micro containers of the present and future, geared towards a hider who would rather go caching than do cache maintenance. Find them at logwork.com. That's LOGWERK.com.
It's also brought to you by FTF Geocacher Magazine. FTF Geocacher is the magazine for geocachers written by geocachers. With 6 issues a year, FTF offers practical advice, instant tips, cacher bios and milestones, geocaching events, trail tales, and all things geo-related. Find them at ftfgeocacher.com.
And by the Max Suds Body Company. Max Suds Body Company makes handmade bath and body products from all natural oils and butters. Items such as Poison Be Gone soap, itch spray, and 2-cent choices of bug spray are all great for outdoor enthusiasts like geocachers. At Max Suds Body, we have you covered from head to toe. Find them at maxsudsbody.com. That's MACSUDSBODY.com.
And by Practical Geocaching. Practical Geocaching sells utility items for geocaching. Our items are made in the USA, and we always provide free shipping. Find them at practicalgeocaching.com. That's PRACTICAL geocaching.com.
And I want to welcome back, Chad, our newest sponsor, Art Ed Crafted. They're coming back. What's up, guys? Welcome back. How you doing? Art Ed Crafted creates unique geocaching themed tees and custom designs for you or your geocaching group, Chad, with adult sizes ranging from small to 5X. If you have an idea for a shirt design and cannot find it, then you've come to the right place. Please give us the opportunity to show you how we can enhance your caching experience with your own custom designed shirt. Visit them at Art Ed Crafted. That's ARTEDCRAFTED.com.
And finally, by pathtags.com. For all your swag and path tag needs, visit our website to to get creative help.
I usually do this one, guys. So I just got to throw them off.
To trade our log tags or to purchase your personalized path tags with over 39,000 tags to collect. Pathtags.com is everything you need to start your path tag obsession. Visit them at pathtags.com. That's PATHTAGS.com.
And as always, you can find links to our sponsors on our website or, Chad, where?
In our show notes.
In our show notes. Hold on. We've got on a boat here. He's got some advice for me. Hello, Ian. How are you?
Hi, buddy.
Hi.
I wasn't expecting to be on so fast.
You're not prepared. Well, I saw you don't have a question. I think you just have some advice. So I guess it's got to be snarky. So I figure I'd get you out of the way. What's up?
No. So I wanted to two things.
Okay.
I wanted to get in and say, yeah, 100% agree that you're a hypocrite, but it's okay. Don't let anybody ruin your fun, buddy.
Thank you. I'm doing me. Me be me. Me do me.
I know the show's about writing a good log tonight. I wanted to just jump in and say two things. Number one, I love the idea of helping people write a good log, right? One thing that I want to say before we get a bunch of other callers in here is I kind of disagree with the idea that cache owners should be up in arms about a TFTC log, right? If you're hiding a cache to get more than a TFTC log, maybe you shouldn't hide a cache. I don't know. The whole idea is just to get people to find it, right? That's my goal.
Of course.
And if you come and find my cache and put a TFTC on there, I'm okay with it. I love the idea of you writing a story and telling me about your experience and all of that. So Scott, there's my advice for you. Tell me more about your experience, Scott. Tell me why I should go find the cache log.
Well, there's
But-
a lot of people, there's debates that go on saying, is TFTC any different than writing a copy and paste log? Isn't that generally the same thing? All you're doing is saying,
I absolutely agree. Yes.
well, is it right or wrong? I don't know. We're gonna find out tonight. I don't know. I'm gonna give you some advice on how
No,
not
I-
to do that. Again, I'm the biggest hypocrite there
I-
is. I do it I've done it for the past 7,000 caches, unless it's absolutely blown my mind. One of them maybe
Yeah.
being like the grotto. I think I didn't do a copy and paste log on, but I probably did. Somebody's gonna go find out and shoot me an email and tell me, yes,
So-
you did. So, but a
So
certain caches
you're
I
like,
have.
You're like me. You're like me. You put a story if it deserves a story.
Absolutely.
You feel if it was a different experience and it's worth telling. the
Not
story.
to I'm not to get into the whole show here because I also have to go through my news and my email.
Oh man, I'm ruining. I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
you're hijacking the whole news and email section. But the what was the question? I totally lost my train of thought. What were you saying?
You tell a better story sometimes.
Yes, yeah. The problem is that like
Yeah.
for the past I'd say 5, 6, even 7 years, I've logged from the field, And when you're logging
Yeah.
from the field, it's just a copy and paste. I'm not going to sit there and and type a whole log out, on how amazing the journey was to get there, unless it was truly amazing journey to get there, But that being said, I will add something if it's pretty good. Like I say, I don't usually give a favorite point. It's rare, but I give them occasionally. I will add something like, "Hey, cool cache," or "Hey, that was a good one." You know what I'm saying? I will add something after the copy and paste if it's true.
Yeah.
So if you ever get a cache from me and it's got something after the copy and paste, feel you're pretty special because
No, I just wanted to call and give you a hard time because
no,
I've
it's
seen your
okay.
log.
I'm used to it.
Yeah,
I know. I'm the worst at it. I know. Like I said at the very beginning, who am I to be telling people how to write a good log? Because I've been copy and pasting forever.
All right, and to be honest, on my side, I'm gonna complain about TFTCs in general. On most of my caches that are out there, I don't give a rat's ass if I get a TFTC on there. But there's a couple where that when a newbie cacher finds it, it's supposed to invoke the type of scenario, and on those, I expect to have a little bit more. Am I going to send them a note? It's like, hey, that was a shitty log. No,
Right.
but it's still kind of like irks me a little.
That being said, and this is my last thing I'm going to say before I have to get back to the news and the email. That I don't mind a TFC. I would rather have a TFTC log than a 300 worded. This is my whole trip log. Like this is what I did my entire 2 weeks that I was on vacation log.
I've had those.
Yeah, I'd rather have a TFTC. Honestly. Ian, thank you so much, sir. Always,
Absolutely. I'll see you soon.
always enjoy hearing from you, my friend. We'll talk soon.
All right, buddy. Yeah, bye-bye.
So, Chad,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. He actually had like stuff about the show. I thought he was just going to harp on me for doing something before the show. News. All this month, guys, Practical Geocaching is once again stepping up to offer small prizes to anyone who calls in and adds to the newbie conversation. Simply call in and win. We have 20 prizes. The mini pocket repair kits is what we're giving away this month. All this month, you give us a call. If you haven't called yet this month, if you give us a call, and guess what? You get a prize. Somebody in the chat room already says they got their prize today. So yeah, go ahead, come on, give us a call. Hey Chad,
Mm-hmm.
website, the geocaching.com website. This is news, by the way. So I'm saying hit the news tag. I might as well. People say I don't use that enough. So the advanced search premium member feature has finally been updated to include a date placed filter, Chad.
Ooh.
A date placed filter. Previously, this was only available in pocket queries or by using third-party tools. This will make finding those Jasmer and other date-placed challenges that much easier, Jad.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't use that. I don't use the advanced search features. I know Jesse does. Jesse uses those. Don't you use those, Jesse?
Well, I hadn't for a long time just because they were so
Limited.
basic. Yeah, limited and basic. And, the searches that I want to do were a little bit more, intricate, or I wanted to search by other fields that I couldn't. But I think they're, they're listening to us. They're listening to their users, and that's
They are?
something that a lot of people want to search by.
Sure.
So
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
that was a
Right,
big
you know,
win. Big win, definitely.
it was pretty much by cache type, and then okay, I can put the quantity of favorite points that it needs to have in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was really limited. I think it's
Yep.
still fairly limited, but everything that each tool that they add is an improvement.
Yep. When they added the being able to filter and add more than one person, so like if I wanted to find only caches that neither Scott nor I had found, you can do that now, and that used to be something that
okay.
you couldn't do. So
Well, you can do that in cache. Then,
I know
you can do that in Cachely, you can do that in Project GC.
Project GC, right?
Yes, but when they introduced the new searches, then they added that as well. So yeah, this is just one.
Do they not have an attribute search? I thought they did have an attribute.
Only Pocket Query.
Yeah.
Only a pocket query.
And then if I'm at a pocket query point, I'm pulling it into GSAC. I mean, that's just reality.
Yeah. All right. So kudos to the advanced search. Apparently, people who use that have been wanting that for a while. So kudos to them. Yesterday, CETO 2020 Season 1 was announced, Chad. Sunday, March 1st through Sunday, May 31st. You attend or host CETO and you get a souvenir, Chad.
They should have started that February 29th, one day earlier.
Why is that?
We got a CETO here.
So why don't you move your CETO up one day?
Or just log it the next day.
It's the leap day CETO.
Log it the next day.
I'm logging it on leap day.
You do you. I won't judge you.
I'll get a CETO in there sometime.
I got mail! Yay! I got mail! Yay!
So Chad,
Uh-huh.
we got an email from Benj59. Benj59 says, "Hey Jesse, Chad, and Scott, love the show. Never listen live. Thanks, Ben. But always enjoy listening to the day after. Listening to it the day after. I've been hooked going back about 4 years now, and you produce an excellent product. Well, thank you, Scott. I know you're a fan of Nick and Cashley. I am a fan of Nick and Cashley. With 6.0 coming out soon, would you consider hosting a show where Nick can talk about the new features and answer Cashley questions?" Of course, I absolutely intend to have Nick on this show in 6.0.
We've had him on the show in the past.
We had him on when 5.0 came out. We had him on.
Mhm.
We absolutely intend to have Nick on. I have to get in touch with him. I don't know. Is it coming out soon? I knew it was creeping up, but is it is it really coming in really, really soon? I haven't been keeping up. But yeah, as soon as it drops, I don't like to have him on before it drops because he doesn't give everything away. I like to have him on after it drops because then he could spill his guts and tell us all the new stuff that's going on. They say, "I know that alienates her Android audience, a la Chad, but perhaps you could throw out an invitation to one of the Android developers to do the same." I don't know who does yours, Chad.
It's a group of people that co-develops CGO.
What's the other one? I think Ian uses it. Ian, what's the one you use? Is it like
Geo or something?
or something like that, or
Geo? What is that one called, Chad?
I don't know. You don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know. I tried some of the others that people have talked about, and it just I always revert back to CGO.
You always go back. You always go
Yep.
back to the. Yeah, CGO seems to be the staple. You know.
And part of it has to do with comfort level with it because but when you've been using it for years, you know all the features and where all the features are, and
Sure.
so.
Keep up the good work, and you're always welcome to cache in Colorado. Well, thank you. I have cached in Colorado before. Jesse hasn't cached in Colorado. GeoGo. Thank you, Ian. There you go. GeoGo.
I've gotten one cache in Colorado. That's the Earth cache that's in the airport.
Oh, nice.
Nice. That's awesome. And that was the email. So thank you, Benj59. Appreciate it. Eric 1701 says GC Droid is my favorite. Chad, GC Droid, anything? Ever touch it?
I've touched it.
Fairly comparable to Cashley, Chad?
Not really. I mean, I'm not saying that it's a bad app. It's just the interface for Cashley is our CGO is pretty unique, I would say. Mm-hmm. So other ones tend to be a little bit more appish. I don't know what the right word is. While CGO tends to be a bit more like a program, as opposed to it, they most apps they tend to attempt to oversimplify things.
Here you
If
go.
that makes sense.
DC2 Hill says developer of GeoGo is awesome. See, Chad, maybe you ought to try GeoGo.
That's fine, and I can go back and try the apps again.
Yeah.
So
Okay. All right, let's move on to the show here. How to write a great log, guys. That's the show tonight. For all the noobs out there, hello, noobs. How are you? Guys, you want to add to this conversation, you give us a call, 808-468-7924. 808 got swag. You give us a call, you win a prize. It's as simple as that. You win a prize for practical geocaching. So you give us a call, add to this conversation. Chad,
yes, sir.
writing a great log. Now, again, totally hypocritical of me. That's what I'm saying. But writing a great log can take a little extra time, but it is well worth the effort. And I agree. Absolutely.
Mhm.
It takes dedication, planning, and creativity to hide a cache. Writing a personal and detailed log is a way to make the cache owner's day. Chad, when you get that kind of a log, does it make your day?
Oftentimes it does. So
Okay.
on caches where I think that are near and dear to my heart, and someone writes a good log about it and raving about it, or telling me about their experiences with it and that kind of thing, it perks me up a bit.
Fair enough. Why a good log is important, Chad. Let's see. Feedback for the cache owner. Gives thanks and or constructive criticism. Thoughtful logs help future seekers. Have conditions changed? Did you find it trickier than the DT rating? Future seekers appreciate this type of info, but be careful to not leave the spoilers, Chad. And record a story-worthy moment. Logs are like a geocaching diary, helping you remember the great moments and the hilarious moments. So, Chad, here are some tips to make a log great, according to cache owners that we've talked to. Also, guys, if you want to give us a call, you can give us contact what you don't like about certain kind of logs, because I've got that as well. Number one, I'll start off, Chad. Number one, do not leave a generic log. Yeah, this is me here. We've all seen them, generic TFTC, thanks for the cache log. To a geocache owner, writing a thoughtful log conveys that you had a memorable experience and it wasn't just another find. Now, again, while I agree with that, but if you're logging in the field, not everybody logs in the field, and I respect that, but I'm a person that logs on the fly. I log on the fly. I guess I could go back and update logs. And Jesse, I think you've done that on occasion, haven't you?
Yeah, there have been times that I've gone back and been like, oh, I forgot to mention that. I wanted to, say something. The problem with that, though, is the only way that the owner would see that, once you've actually submitted your log, if you go back and change something or add something, they don't get another notification. When you get your notification that so-and-so found your cache and it has their log, the only way that you would know is one of the paid features on Project GC is log. I don't know. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but you can set up notifications that if somebody adds or removes a favorite point, modifies their log, or adds a picture, I think is the other one, then you can get notified through Project GC. So I get notifications if someone changes their log that they've already submitted, but you wouldn't automatically get that.
Okay.
But Scott, when you admit that your logs aren't that great, but do you TFTC anything?
No, I do not. No, I do not TFTC.
Okay. So, I mean, like I said, it doesn't irritate me that someone TFTCs one of my caches that's kind of generic. I think it's really the ones that are, really good ones that you should avoid TFTCing at a minimum.
There are at least sorry, Justin. We literally clicked on the same thing almost at the same time.
Yep.
My people who write FTF more later, and there never is a later.
Yes. I see that all the time. I'll come back and add more to this later. Or even not on an FTF, people just write, this is my placeholder.
Yeah. Yes.
Probably done it, and it's just, oops. Hello?
Hello.
Oh, you're back.
Oh, okay. And I've probably done that as well, it's just because I forgot to come back and write anything. Not that I intended or didn't intend to come back and write anything.
Jim RKY, What I don't like, reports of problems with no details. Yeah, that kind of defeats the purpose too. Yeah, you tell something's wrong with it, but you don't tell what's wrong with it. Yeah. Gia sometimes too says you can log a draft in the field and then take time at home to make it useful, a complimentary log. Yes, that is absolutely correct, especially on FTF more later. I have, and if I've ever done FTF more later, which I have done once or twice on my FTF career, I have done it as a note and not as a find. I've actually done it as a note. Chad, give me number 2.
Number 2, appreciate the thought and work that went into the geocache. A lot of work goes into hiding geocaches, especially the ones that are extra special. Take the extra time to tell the cache owner what you appreciate about finding the cache.
And I agree. That's what I said before. If there's something extra that I really enjoyed the cache, I will add some. I will copy paste and then return, and then I will add more to it.
Yeah, if it's a
deem it necessary.
Nice camouflage, extra nice camo. You find something that's like I don't know, looks like a woodpecker.
A woodpecker
hanging on a tree. Hey, on the tree, you give it a little bit of thumbs up about it. Don't sit there and say exactly what it is.
Well, yeah, you don't want to give it a spoiler.
Right.
Right. Oh, of course. Yes. Jesse, anything to add to that?
Yeah, I'll do that. I mean, I'll call out like if there's really good camo or, blends in really well or unique container. I'll definitely call that out in a log.
Yeah, we've seen some amazing things over the years. Especially, who was it, Jesse? We did that one preserve on bikes. It just got archived actually recently. Was it DJ House? Is it DJW House? Our good friend.
Yes, up in the state park up in McHenry. I can't think of what it's called right now.
Those amazing camo jobs that he had on those things.
Moraine Hill State Park.
You're
I'm
right.
trying to remember what the series had the initials of the state park. And
Yeah.
yes, that was an awesome series. Great camo.
Camos.
Very creative containers.
Chad, he literally took the camo of what was on the ground. He took stuff from the ground home with him and put it on the containers. So literally blended right in.
Right.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Lots of hidden in plain sight and yeah. Excellent. And I think I gave every single one of those a favorite point.
Yes.
And Scott gave none of them a favorite point.
Nah, I might have given 1 or 2.
That was a while ago. That was back when he was still in his giving favorite points. Yeah.
What number are we on here? Okay. Write about the experience of getting to the geocache. Sometimes it's all about the journey. Cache owners have many reasons for choosing a location for a geocache. Tell them about your adventure leading up to the find. But that being said, don't tell them everything that led you up to the find. Don't tell them about your entire vacation.
Or and things like maybe the cache location takes you to an awesome view. Tell them about the view.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. Those type of things as well.
Oh yes. Yeah, I love when it takes you to something I like. You know what I love? My favorite, and I do call this out in the log when they take the time to do this. The hider, I mean, is when they actually take you someplace that a local only knows. Like you would never get it if you took a trip there, you'd never see it. Like for example, Elgin, where we live, Elgin, where we used to live rather, had a waterfall. Okay, and it was hidden in this preserve, which nobody goes in because nobody who doesn't cache goes in a preserve. Let's be realistic.
Right.
And so it was, and here's the funny part is that about a year and a half into us living there, on Facebook, we run the Elgin, Facebook page, and somebody spotted it. Somebody found it, and so they put it on the Facebook page. They're like, "Oh my god, we have a waterfall!" And suddenly, everybody was at the waterfall. All you saw pictures online of the waterfall. It drove me crazy.
Well, see, even locals didn't know about it.
Didn't even know it was
Right.
there. Yeah, had no idea. So it's stuff like that. I'll call that out and appreciate that. When you take me somewhere that hey, I'd never been there before, that's to me that's what makes a great log.
Right.
Speaking of great logs, here we've got Derek Baker, Baker Six Clan. Hello, sir.
Hello, how you guys doing tonight?
I'm doing well.
Doing good.
You want to read one of your favorite logs?
Yeah, this is on a multi that I had to archive, but this was down in South Carolina while I was still there. It was one of my first gadgets that I put out, and it was out in the woods. And this is just one of those logs that I was reading it the first time when it came across, and I was almost in tears laughing, and my wife was trying to figure out what was going on. So I just wanted to read this one to you, if you don't mind.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, it says, "Oh my goodness, I feel like we just got out of an episode of Fear Factor or an intense cardio workout. Managed to get the tools out at the second stage, but as soon as we picked them up, about 100 newly hatched baby spiders scattered
Oh, hell no.
up my arm and all over my shoes when I dropped the bag to try and kill them. Like a lot of others, we totally overthought it once we found the tool. We were probably there for about 20 minutes, but to be fair, we were pretty traumatized. We fought off the mosquitoes until we figured out the very clever cache. Super cool and unique, so I'm giving it a favorite point. But when we go to the final cache, it was heavily protected by a couple of roaches, and what we're assuming is the mother spider. Use a screwdriver. We had to hand to pry it out. So prepare yourself to face the elements. We still think it was worth it. Now we have had a little bit minute to recover from the shock."
That's absolutely disgusting. That's absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, it was, well, it's wet area. It was out in the woods, and I would go out about once or twice a year, and I would kind of spray it down for ants and any other critters that would go into it.
Yeah.
But so that was probably one of my favorite logs that I've ever had coming across about the Fear Factor, and I'd experienced it myself going out there and cleaning that cache. So
Hey, Jesse. She didn't hear this because she was taking a call. Jesse,
Yeah.
what would you do if you were opening a cache and like 100 spider babies just started crawling up your arm?
I would probably be very glad that I wasn't being recorded on video because I would dance probably, you know what I mean?
And curse and cry?
And cry and scream. Yeah.
Oh.
No thanks.
Yeah, you
I'll
gotta
pass.
you gotta listen back to this one later on, Jess. He tells
Okay.
a good story, and it's kind of
I'll do
gross.
that.
I have seen
come to
that
think
before.
of it, because I had to archive it. The reason why I had to archive it because I had a cache owner go out to it and looked like somebody had literally taken a baseball bat to it. So maybe it happened again, and they found a big stick and they just start taking the whole thing and just wailed on the thing. But yeah, after thinking about that, it's probably what happened because I mean they should have just burned the whole forest down.
That
but it
is
was-
gross. I mean,
Uh,
I once stepped on a spider in my old house, and I'm like, that's a big spider, and I stepped on it, and babies just,
Mhm.
and I was like, oh hell no, you know, like
Yeah.
whoa.
I've experienced the spider cache, a spider cache. You know, open it up and a bunch of spiders come out, but
Oh yeah.
that's not half as scary as opening up a cache and fire ants just start running up your arm.
Ugh.
Okay,
Oh,
and
yeah, no.
which I've had, and there
Country too.
you're because you know what's going to happen. It's not a hey, you know, are they going to do it? No, they are going to do it. They are going to bite you to hell.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm itchy now.
Well, Derek, thanks a lot for your call.
Hey, no problem. Thank you.
We'll talk to you soon, buddy. Thank you.
All right. Talk to you.
So, Chad, why don't you read the next one for us real quick?
Yeah, leave a photo.
Leave a photo.
Leave a photo.
Leave a photo. I love
a-
photos.
A photo is worth 1,000 words, or so they say. Visually showing part of your experience is fun for a cache owner to see, but don't make it the mistake of posting a spoiler photo that gives away the hide.
Yeah.
And you know, I've gone back and looked at photos and stuff before. Even taking a picture of the friggin' log sheet provides information.
Hmm.
I mean,
of course.
you get an idea of what size of container it could be, how it might be hidden.
Yep.
You got a nano log sheet, a picture of that. People know it's a friggin' nano.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
You know?
And where the person is standing, what the background is, and you line up the trees, and
Oh,
you go,
yeah.
yeah, they were
Oh,
right
yeah.
here.
Exactly.
That's the threat. Yeah, I have a cache out there. Buffalo Grove Foon is what it's called. I don't know if you know what a foon is, Chad. It's a kind of a
Fooning?
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
Uh,
Buffalo Grove Foon. And and I ask, I don't obviously I can't ALR it, so I ask you, hey, take a picture. Oh my god, like out of 200 plus logs, I got to over 100 pictures of people fooning or attempting to foon rather,
Yeah.
fooning badly. So yeah, I love a good photo. I always obsess when people when people find the Buffalo Girl foon and don't take a picture of yourself fooning. I mean, come on. Jesse didn't take a picture of herself.
Nope,
Fooning.
I sure didn't.
Like, come on.
I probably just TFTC'd it. No, I'm kidding.
You probably did. It's mine.
Well, we did that at a cash flash mob once, and we're in the middle of public, and we all phone for a photo, and everyone's looking at us like we're crazy.
I've had the Buffalo Girl foon out there way before I met Jesse, so it had to be out there for had to be out there for 10 years almost, probably. Jesse, see how long Buffalo Girl foon's been out there for? Bet you it's coming on to in 10 years. Meanwhile, we've got we got Eric 1701 from Houston, Texas. Hello.
Hey there, guys.
Hey, Eric. How you? Hold on a second.
Hey.
Thank you, buddy. Chad, what are you saying, Chad? Hold on, Eric.
I was going to say our good buddy Bert, who's actually from Houston, was the one who was the cause. Baytown Bert was the cause of that. He writes in FTF magazine all the time.
Oh, does he? The foon? Okay.
Yeah.
Eric from Houston, Texas. How you doing, sir?
Hey, I'm doing great. Hey, I was calling because I'm a CO. I'm a cache hider like most people, and I have a large series of caches located in close proximity to each other. It's not like a power trail, but I think it's okay to TFTC that when you're going after everything in the series, and I do the same thing when we do like a power trail or anything like that, and they're all by the same person. The first or the last cache gets like the big write-up, and everything else gets a TFTC unless there's one in the series that provides some humor or is particularly difficult to find or something like that. But in that case, as a CO, I certainly enjoy the TFTC on the 20 of the 21 caches that are in that series.
That's a really good comment you bring up there. Absolutely, really good comment. Yes.
Yeah.
Now that's when I write the really big long write up, and then I cut and paste it on all of them, and then that one or two I write extra.
Yeah, you sort of see, especially if it you say you don't have a power trail, but even if it is a power trail, kind of the same thing. You would do that, just
right.
But I still wouldn't. I would just copy and paste my log. I wouldn't. I mean, I know
absolutely. The other thing that from a CO side is people that criticize your cache inside their log. And I'll give you an example. I have that love them to death, but they mentioned in the cache log that they appreciated the poison ivy nearby. And I had to admit, when I read it, I laughed and I thought, you're geocaching. I mean, these things are going to happen. And I didn't plant it on purpose so that you would catch poison ivy.
Right.
So,
it's fair to say, like, hey, watch out for the poison ivy. Watch out for the PI not near GZ. That I'm perfectly cool with. But like being snarky and saying thanks for the poison ivy kind of a thing. Well, that's buyer beware. You're walking in the woods, dude. What do you expect?
Okay.
My point exactly. Well, I appreciate it. Y'all have a great show, and I love it.
Thanks, Eric. Appreciate it very much. We'll talk soon.
So let me read a log that I got 2 weeks ago from a cacher who now has 6 fines. At the time, they had 2 fines. Please replace with something else.
There you go.
And then the very next fine is very creative way to hide this cache. Forgot my pen, but love the hunt.
Forgot my pen.
But the point was like the very next one says very creative way to hide this cache.
What was it? What was the creative way, Chad?
It was a tree hanger. It was a relatively new one, but it was a tree hanger with some foliage glued to it and kind of stuff.
I don't hear that word enough. Foliage.
Yeah.
Good one, Chad. That's like a word.
It's not like a great cache or anything, but one noob's telling me that I should replace it with something else. It's like,
Chad, this is a noob. He should listen to this show. You should have directed him to our show. Because I'm gonna tell him right now.
Yeah.
Live, give details about the geocache.
Izzy, if you're listening, I'm talking about you.
Right. Did you spot the geocache right away? Is it geocache in good condition? Is the logbook full? Good or bad, cache owners appreciate knowing the status of their caches. And yeah, I like.
Yeah.
It's always nice when someone says, "Hey, log's full." I'm like, "Oh, okay, I'll make it. I'll get out there eventually." But good to know.
Definitely.
But then if it's a park and grab, I'm always like, "Well, why didn't you do it? Put a piece of paper in there. Come on, man. It's a park and grab. Come on, man. It's a LPC for Christ's sake." Yeah, go ahead. Next one.
Share what you left behind. Did you trade any swag or move any trackables? Let the cache owner know. Is there something not there that is supposed to be there? Let the owner know as well. Also mention if there are supposed to be trackables in the cache, but there are not. This can be helpful to the travel bug owner if it goes missing in creating a timeline and tracking and trying to track them down. Now that's something that I'm guilty of not even bothering to look to see if there was supposed to be a trackable in there, because it's too common today for there to be missing trackables.
Oh yeah, and I love when they do that. I love when I don't love. I hate when things something not there, but I like when people tell me like, by the way, this trackable's not there. I didn't see this trackable, because I know, shoot, it's not there, but nobody picked it up.
Right.
I can backtrack it to okay, who was who dropped it, how many drops are in between that. It's kind of an easier way to try and find what's going on.
Yeah.
Where that trackable could be. So yes, I agree with that. Did you see that? He likes the thorns. The thorns. Jesse just hit a nasty one in thorns too. It was fantastic.
I still have
Oh,
a
God.
thorn in my thumb.
Jesse,
It's been
we
there
were in
for
the woods
weeks.
a couple weeks ago. We took video of it for all you patrons, and Jesse hit this nasty one in thorns. We actually have video of us hiding the cat. It's fantastic. And I think Wheels 00. I don't know if he's in the chat room or not, but he's the only one so far I think who's found it. Isn't he?
No, I think 2 people have found it. Wheels and I think Cat Guy maybe.
Oh yeah.
I think 2 people have found it, and they both commented about the thorns. So, sorry.
I hate people who hide it in the thorns. I'm sorry, you're evil.
Well, the problem was, Chad, to round out the day, and speaking in 2 seconds here, is that where we wanted the park was closed, so we had to come in the back way of the preserve, thus the thorns. So.
Right.
Okay, so it wasn't hidden in thorns. You had to go
No.
through thorns to
You
get
had
to
You
it.
had to tramp through it.
Okay.
Right.
To get to
That's reasonable. I'm talking about.
Yeah, the closest non-designated forest preserve parking, you had to go through thorns.
Right.
Yeah, that's reasonable. But I've had people literally hide it in thorns,
Yes.
and then it's like, you don't do that.
No, that's not very nice.
For the record, real quick, Buffalo Grove Foon was hidden January of 2011.
Ooh, almost.
Almost 10 years.
So,
Nine.
So 9 and what? 1 month?
9 and 3 weeks.
Almost 10 years old. What's the GC for that, just in case anybody wants to check it out?
GC2N as in Nancy 194.
Thank you. Consider leaving a favorite point, Chad. Did the
Yeah.
geocache stand out? I should talk, I know. Did the geocache stand out to you for any reason? If so, consider leaving a favorite point and writing about it in the log. Favorite points are a premium only feature. Actually, I gave a favorite point last time we were out. I actually gave one. A coveted favorite point that I don't usually give. I don't remember what cache it was for, but I'm like, favorite.
I wonder how many I have intended to give a favorite point to and then just forgot about it.
Well, that's why if you log on the fly, you can do that, Chad. You can log your favorite points.
I don't log on the fly anymore.
No, you actually sit down and log. Really? See, this is. Let me stop here. This is why I don't log anymore, because I'm the kind of person. Okay, I could not go to sleep if I hadn't logged all my caches. Okay, so I would literally go out all night and get 50 or so caches, come home and sit here and have to log every single cache. I can't go to bed. I won't sleep. It'll just toss and turn in my head. So I literally have to sit down, and I would sit down. I'd get home, and then I'd take a shower, and then I'd sit down for 2.5 hours, and I'd write all my found it logs. And it just got annoying. Seriously, I'm sorry, I'm a person. I can't go to sleep knowing that I have logs I have to caches I have to log. I can't do it.
See, I just mark it in my app with the offline log there, and then I can go through the list of all the ones that I've recently marked up, and then log it when I choose.
Yeah, so Jesse, why did you start logging in the field? Because you never did. You've been doing it for a couple of years, but you never did before. You used to log.
Yeah,
in.
I didn't used to log in the field. I used to come home and, pull in my field notes and write out really long descriptive logs. I don't know.
What happened?
I don't know. I got
Lazy?
lazy.
Lazy, real nice. Laziness. Good.
I have the kids started getting older and we have too many other activities and I don't have time.
Fair enough. All right.
Yeah.
Chad,
I don't
number
know.
8, sir.
What? I didn't hear you.
Number 8.
Number 8. Okay. Describe what made the geocaching fun to find. Whether the cache leads you to an amazing view, a clever container, a creative puzzle to solve, leave a great log. Leaving a great log can be validating to the cache owner. Future seekers who read the cache logs can also get a better idea of whether they would also enjoy the cache. Now, here's a problem that I run into. I solve puzzles and then don't go find them for years.
Yes.
And so I completely forget about the puzzle that I solved, and so some of them are great puzzles, and I forget to leave a good comment on them. Occasionally, it's like, I think I remember this one, and I go back and read the puzzle, and it's like, oh yeah, that was a great puzzle.
Right. Oh yeah. Jesse does that all the. Jesse, we have caches for Jesse solved years ago.
Yeah.
That,
We'll be in an area and be like, oh, I have a
I have a
solved
puzzle
puzzle here. I don't.
here.
Okay. I don't remember solving that, but let's go find it.
Dan Truckenmiller, favorite points are appreciated. I search for my favorite point when in a new area, as do we.
Yeah,
I definitely do that. And I have
definitely.
On Cachly, plug for Cachly here, you can highlight caches. So I actually have all of the most favorited caches in our area that I haven't found yet highlighted. So I know, if we go to an area and I refresh the map and I look to see what's around, oh, there's one with a highlight. I know it's probably a good one.
Oh, smart! Look at you. I just came up with a great idea for a one up me. Derek gave me a great idea. One up me. Best log on a cache you have. There you go, guys. Look for that in the future.
Are
next one.
liar caches allowed?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Liar cache allowed. Number 9, don't use the same lengthy travel log of where you have been on your vacation. I've said this before earlier. I know it's important to you, as in you guys, but a lengthy description of where you visited with nothing particular about the cache in question is no better than TNLN or TFTC. At least put one line in there that is unique to the cache in question. Yeah, I see those as well.
Well, or cache series in question.
Yeah, I mean,
So it's like, I'll do one. It's like when they're all in a wooded one preserve or something. It's like, went out to the preserve, had a great day, blah blah blah. Went through this trail, da 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 da. Those type of things, and then then it's cut and paste. But it's not about. I went to Santa Clara. We cached. No, that's lame.
that'd be mine. Usually, if I'm in a mega, my log is usually mega. That's it. That's usually my log. Mega.
Scott has a few standard logs, like events. Scott, what is your standard log? Every single event?
Standard log is out with shorty nits.
No, for events.
Boy. I don't know what's my. Yum, thanks. Yum,
Every single
yum,
event.
Thanks.
That's
Yum.
lame, dude.
Thanks.
Yum, thanks. And megas are usually mega in all caps. Exclamation points. Next up, Chad, did you do this one? Yes, you did. Don't use the same lengthy. No, we already did that one. Did I do that one? I did that one.
You
Chad,
did that one.
So,
Cachers often peruse the logs to find hints about the hide.
yes,
So
we
be
do.
careful what you say to not give away the hide.
Away the
Don't
hide.
just say, huh?
Give away the hide. Don't listen.
Don't just say how and where you found it. Try and be a little vague. I mean, giving hints to it that are vague and hints that are, I will intentionally try to figure out a hint that will both push them the wrong direction and also tell them the right information.
Direction, really, dude?
Yeah. But also, it's not a lie. It's like it will push you here. It's valid, but it's a hint that would also more likely push you in the wrong direction. It's like, using your geosense and it's in this tree here when it's actually under a rock 2 feet away.
Yes. Oh, I know. Yes, I know. Well, I mean, Jesse and I use that all the time. I mean, if we can't find it, we go to the hint. We go to the hint. We go to the attributes. If we still can't find it, then okay, let's check the logs. One of us will be like, "I'm checking the logs."
Yep.
Like,
Oh yeah.
And I am always never helped because my logs suck. But
One thing
people
that
like
I
good things shockingly.
one thing that I really like when people do, and I don't, it's something that I appreciate as, a future finder for previous finders to put parking cords in their log.
In their log.
Yeah, like especially if it's in the middle of a preserve, like we go to an area, we don't know the back ways into a preserve, or if there's no parking coordinates for the actual cache, for and I can give a great example of this. The one of the oldies that we just found in Texas,
I
no
knew you were
walk,
gonna go. I knew you were going to come.
no walk in the park. How on earth would anyone who's not familiar with that area know where to park? It's in a preserve. It's off of a a residential area. No clue. And so I had to read through people's logs, and a couple people mentioned parking cords, and so that was the only way I knew how to park.
And didn't you just get an email from somebody about that as well?
I did. I had somebody ask about the hike and how long did it take, and I gave them the parking cords and told them to start here.
Start here. It's easy.
So very helpful.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember where I parked for that one.
Did you park at the end of the road?
I believe I did.
Road limit ends. Like
Yeah. I parked at the end of the road. That's it.
That's where we parked. Yeah. Number 11, Dear Diary. Your log is also your Dear Diary of your geocaching adventure. In 6 months' time or a year, when you go back to the cache listing to revisit your experiences and then find just a thanks for the cache or something similar in your log, will not give you any pleasure at all, as you will not be able to remember anything about that cache. Or when you get a phone a friend, you're like, I don't remember. My log doesn't give anything away. So yes, I agree with that, and I used to do that, but now it's no. Although, like I said, if it's something extra special, I will do that. But I don't remember caches anyway, so I just refer the if somebody phone a friends me, I just refer them to Jessie because she used to remember the cache.
Oh yeah, I've got friends that document every single find that they have, and they've got to have it written down in their notes, and it's like, dude, that's too much. That's too much.
Oh
effort.
yeah, we have friends who have that. We have a couple who have been together for 40 years, and if I call them for a cache, she's like, "Let me give you my wife." She actually has to go to the notebook, and she literally writes notes on every. This is the geofocus.
Yep.
She literally write notes on every single cache they find, and like she has the notes. Like it's amazing, but that's just who they are. It's like it's them. That's just the way they are, and God bless them for that because they're friend. So yeah. Chad, number 12.
Think about those phone a friends.
There you go. Yes.
Say something in your log that will trigger remembering the find, so that when someone calls you for help, you can refer to the log for help.
Yes. I say, talk to Jesse. Is what I say. But occasionally I remember. But I'm 18,000 caches. It's hard. It has to be something special for me.
Yeah, it has to be something that was truly memorable to really kind of stick in there.
Yeah. What Scott seems to remember the older caches more than the recent ones. He'll remember something he found 5 or 6 years ago, but something 6 months ago, no.
That comes with the gray, is what that comes with. Comes with the gray. DNF. Sometimes a DNF log is just important as a found it log, Chad.
Oh yeah.
That being said, and this is very important, newbies, please take note of this. Do not log. Okay, I'm going to get up close to you guys here. Do not log a DNF if you didn't even try for it. Okay? If there was a muggle there was kids playing on the soccer field, it's not a DNF. It's a DNA. Did not attempt. There's a difference between a DNF and a DNA. So please log those correctly.
And for those who are experienced cachers with 1,000+ finds, when you log a DNF, if you only spent 5 or 10 minutes because you were being rushed by a spouse or something, say something to that effect. When I log a DNF and I spent 5-10 minutes looking for it, it's like didn't spend a lot of time, but going ahead and logging the DNF.
Well,
Now, if I spend an hour looking for the damn thing, it's like I can't find it. I'm probably blind. Spend an hour.
whenever I log a DNF, if it could be there, if it's a like a tree hide or something like that, I always say like it's probably there. I probably missed it. I'm probably just having a bad day. But if it's like a lamb scourge, well, no, I wouldn't DN. Yeah, I would just be like, it's not there. It's definitely not there. But like I will say like I probably missed it.
Mhm.
Because it's probably it's just
And there's been cases where literally spent an hour, and then literally the next day a newbie with 4 finds the damn thing.
that drive you crazy, man.
And I put it on my list. I was like, it must be
Great.
gone.
Like
And
really?
it's like,
Yeah.
what?
Know what I've learned though. What tends to happen with that is that tends to happen when that happens. Usually, it's hidden in a spot that is not normally where you look.
Sure.
A newbie does not know where to look on a tree, on a down tree. Where do you look? Like a newbie will look all over. You
Right.
go to your
They haven't built the geosenses yet.
right, and it's not there. You're like, shoot, it's not there. And you go, oh no. So, all right, Chad, keep going. Number 14.
Number 14, needs maintenance. This is important to the owner. Be detailed and specific as to exactly what type of maintenance it needs. Instead of saying this one needs some help, say I found the container 50 feet from ground zero with the lid ripped off, container broken, and contents strewn about. And the reality is if you didn't find the container and the container isn't in bad shape, then you should not be putting a needs maintenance on it.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Need maintenance is yeah. Again, like they said, you got to be specific what you need maintenance. Don't just put like cache is broken. Like what's going on with the cache. Let the owner know. Let the owner know.
The log is super saturated.
Right. Do I have to does it need to do I need to take it down, or is it can it last a day?
Right.
What's going on? I agree, Chad. Absolutely. We have FTFs, Chad.
Mm-hmm.
If you have missed the FTF on a newly published cache, it is considered courteous to hold back on logging your find until after the FTF cache has logged his find. And if it
Whatever.
You don't do that, Chad?
No.
Really? You don't do that? I do.
I don't care that the first person on the page. So okay. Some people view it as the first person who logged it online has the FTF. No, it's whoever wrote it on the paper, whoever claimed it in the log, online in the log. I'm not going to claim an FTF on it when someone else actually FTF'd it on paper, but
right.
I'm also not going to wait for someone else to do it because there's cachers out there who don't log for days or weeks, even when they caching with a smartphone, and they could have logged the FTF more to send later on there, and so you got other people rushing out. It's a courtesy to the other people that you log an FTF quickly.
Fair enough. Oh, absolutely. I totally agree. Yes. Although I have to admit, I've occasionally done a first to FTL, a first to log. I've occasionally done those, but usually I'll wait. But usually most people do it pretty quickly, so I don't have to deal with that. We've got a call chat. We've got Michigan Scrapcat. Hello, Scrapcat.
Hey.
How you doing?
Doing well. Things are good over here in Michigan.
Good. I haven't talked to you in a while.
Missing you guys. You need to come over.
We're coming in. No, I guess next time Midwest. That's Ohio. That's not even Michigan. Are you gonna go to Midwest? I haven't seen you since Midwest, right? That's the last time I saw you, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's the last time. We're coming to Midwest and we're going to Seattle. So
sweet.
Hopefully see you there.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll run into you there. Yeah. What's up?
Yeah. We've got a trend going on here in Michigan. I don't know if it's happening around the rest of the country, but the big thing now is I've gotten quite a few logs lately that have nothing to do with caching.
Really?
You got to give an example on that one.
Word count up, I'm looking at one right now. I just got a few days ago, which was a recipe for overnight coffee oats.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Okay.
That's someone trying the pad there. First of all, we literally have cashers here in Chicago, and I'm not going to say their names, who literally say, we apologize now for anything after this is just filler. And then they give you 4 paragraphs of nothing. Okay.
Oh,
Because they're
geez.
trying to pad their logs, is what they're doing. Now, my question is there actually a challenge with a log count? Is that exactly even
We
exist?
had one here in Michigan. We had one in Lansing.
Really?
Yeah, I
Well-
don't know if it's still out there, but I grabbed it a few years ago on the way to Sleepy Hollow.
So what did you have to do for it? What was the word count?
I'm trying to think what the average had to be. Was it 65 words or more?
Really?
Or there was one on the same trail, because there was a whole challenge trail that had you had to be able to max out a log, which I don't remember how many characters that is, but yeah. But we've got, so lately I've had recipes. One of my park caches, the log was thanks, I come here for the strudel. And this particular cacher, all his logs are like that. They have absolutely no relationship. And then we have a budding poet, but his poetry has nothing to do with caching the park.
But is it nice?
scenery.
Is it a nice poem?
I don't have that one in front of me, but it involves macaroni.
So they're
So-
all food related.
And then, yeah, and geocaching memes. That's the other thing too. Is like you'll get the TFTC, and then of course they'll attach the geocaching memes. So,
So
I
there-
really like that. You guys pointed out about that the photo notifier through Project GC. Learned that through you guys, and so I've been seeing those now.
Oh, have you?
Because if you have TFTC, you don't go in and take a look. But yeah, now I know that they're attached.
Right. Yes. Well,
So there's
I'm not gonna
actually
lie, I did a trail up in Mackinac where I added a knock-knock joke to every single log. Because I thought the host would thought, the CEO would find that entertaining, instead of just TFTC. And
that's
he
funny.
liked it.
No, I would like
That's
it too.
great.
Absolutely. Chad, what do you want to say, Chad?
so there's actually a badge in Badge Gen called the author. So right now I'm on Ruby, which it gets awarded for writing an average of 70 or more words per
I
found
know
log.
Jesse right now is going to Project GC.
And
Duh.
I'm at 78 words on average.
Okay, Jesse, I want you to look at you
Yeah.
and then go look at me, please. We will
I'm
get
on
there
it.
before the end of the show. All right, Scrapcat, thank you so much for calling in. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Good talking to you guys.
We'll talk to you
Bye.
soon. Bye-bye. I know Jesse's going to check it out right now. So Eric 1701 says, I agree, padded logs are very annoying. I've never experienced one on my hides. Oh, I have. But if it were not related to caching, why not ask the cacher to edit it or just delete it if they won't? Because that's way too much work. Yeah, it is what to me, at least for me anyway, it is what it is. I just shake my just roll my eyes and hit the back button.
So my logs have always been related to the caching experience, even though I've got verbose logs.
Uh-huh.
And if you get a two sentence log from me, that means I didn't appreciate your cache.
Jess, did you find what you were looking for?
I did. I'm trying to find you right now.
Well, what are you?
So I'm at bronze.
Oh,
I averaged 37 words.
37 words.
I need to go up to 40 to move up to the next level. So I might need to start writing.
I know you, and you will. I know you will. I am.
Now I'm looking at you, Scott.
It's gonna be sad.
You're
Five.
not even on the chart. I don't even see it on here. I don't think you even made it to the first level yet.
Really? That's
Yeah, I
bad.
don't see it.
That's bad. Why? I feel like I go TFTC here. I have a standard couple of sentences. It's just not TFTC. It's just
Are some of these badges like premium only, or are you a premium member, Scott?
I'm a premium member.
No, they're not premium
They're
only,
for everyone.
but they have where you might not qualify at all.
Yeah, I don't qualify.
So it won't show up if you don't qualify at the lowest level.
Number 16, Chad. Last one. The Liar's
Uh-huh.
Cache logs. Good old Liar's Cache. One of my favorite, probably my favorite caches are liar's caches. I love liar's caches. I love logging liar. Probably my longest logs are on liar cache logs.
Yeah, my longest log is
I love 'em.
definitely
I love them.
Liar's Cache log.
We had one just got archived. I'm actually gonna like go put it back out. I'm gonna redux it. Called Summit of Mount Prospect. It was the greatest cache ever. It was about climbing Mount Prospect is a suburb, but it's like a mountain, Mount Prospect.
Mhm.
And so you had to summit Mount Prospect, and people's stories, including mine, were fantastic. People wrote these long stories of everything they had to go through and prepare to do to summit Mount Prospect, and it was fantastic. It just got archived last year. So yeah, I love a good liar's cache, but you got to be careful because while they're fun reads, guess what? They're lying to you.
Right.
They're really going to be no help at all. We got one more call. We got to go. I'm going to bring him. I'm bringing him in cold here. Bringing him in hot here. We've got MP Glenn. Hello, sir. I'm assuming that's you. Hello. I got Virginia.
That's me. Hey, I'm doing well. How are you?
How you doing? You got the last call tonight. Good job. What can I do for you?
Okay. When this has to go with hiding and then finding it. When you hide a cache, you try to get the coordinates as best you can.
Right.
Mm.
Are you hearing me?
Yes.
Okay. So every GPS has accuracy, sometimes good, sometimes not so good. And then on different days, the accuracy is different. So I never put in a log, your coordinates are 40 feet off or 50 feet off. I always put, this is where my GPS brought me to. So because, my GPS, their GPS, not exactly the same. So, I think it's rude to say your coordinates are off. I just always say, this is where I found it.
No, that's a very good point.
Yep.
But then again, I also appreciate the logs that say like, found this 40 feet north of ground zero, or I like
Right.
it as well.
Tell them where you found it, but don't tell them that their coordinates are bad.
No,
Right.
bad. No, of course not.
Well,
People will say, your coordinates are 50 feet off, or they're 200 feet off, or what. Maybe it's their GPS that's off.
Absolutely.
well, when it's 500 feet off, then I tell them the coordinates are wrong.
I found one a quarter of a mile off.
I think my longest, is 500 feet. I think that's the longest I've had is 500. It was across a field, like
That's
a huge field. Yeah.
And I found some, before I went out there and looked, some newbie hider, and it's like, I think you posted the incorrect coordinates because where this hide is on airport property, and there's no physical way to get there without jumping the fence.
Right. There are times, to put something in there a little more, a little nicer than just saying, hey, you don't know what you're doing.
Sure. Absolutely.
Oh yeah. That's when I also write the cashier is like, look, here's some of the things that could have happened. You could have flipped the bits, or move the digit.
It happens.
It's
oh yeah.
It's happened to me when I'm putting it in there, and then I look on the map. It's like, that's not where I had it. What happened?
Exactly.
But I used to have bad chords. In Chicago, there's a term called Scottburg's Close, named after me, because a Scottburg's Close cache is a cache that's 50 plus feet off. Because I used to cache with my iPhone and not go back into Google Maps afterwards and tweak. So like the cache would literally be 60 feet off, But I learned my lesson. I learned how to do it. But it's a
there
term
you go.
that lives here in Chicago. It's an actual term.
There is a cacher north of Houston. I can't remember his name's like Buddy something or other. He had a GPS unit that was always like 35 feet northeast or something like that off. And so whenever you went to find his caches, you go to ground zero, and I was like, oh yeah. And you just start heading northeast of there. It's like, yeah, that's about it. Okay, here it is.
That's funny. There you go.
And then
what I get to where I think ground zero is, I don't even look at my GPS anymore. I just start walking circles if I can't find it.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pretty soon you might run into it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, and Jesse and I virtually do the same thing. We just, you literally just start spreading out, and again, sometimes I just literally put the phone away and just use my senses. And just, where would I hide it? Where would I hide it?
Right.
If I know the hider, then I know their hiding style. But But if I don't know the hider, I go, where would I hide this? You know, if it was me, and 50% of the time I'll find it that way. You know.
Yeah, we have a hider like that. He throws it down. First thing he sees on his phone, that's the coordinates, and you look within 50 feet. Sometimes you'll find it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, we had hiders like that in the past. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Glenn, thank you so much, buddy. Hang on, because I want Jesse to get your address so you can get a prize.
Okay, Scott.
Hold on one second. I'm gonna throw you back in the queue.
Okay.
Jess, will you take care of him?
I actually have it.
Oh, you have it.
I was just going back through my notes. Yep,
Go in
I
there and
actually
tell
have
me-
it.
Go in
So
there and tell me.
he can hear us. He can hear us. So
Glenn,
thanks,
we got
Glenn.
your address, buddy. No worries. We'll take care of you. You don't have to hang on. You can hang up. Thanks, pal. So Liar's Cache, always a great read, but pay attention because
Oh,
guess what?
jeez.
It's not truthful. So love it. Or here, Dan Truckermiller says Pinocchio, a Pinocchio hide. I've never heard of a Pinocchio hide.
Yeah, we call them liars'
Liar
caches.
cache, yeah.
Does it grow as you log?
Right? Hey now.
Yeah, my favorite's called Quantum Leap. So it's
That's
a
your
liar.
favorite. That's your
It
favorite
was
lie.
favorite liar's cache. Yeah, I think I wrote like 3 pages worth.
Yeah. The longest I ever wrote, I think, was on Summon Mount Prospect. It might be the longest one I've ever wrote. And that's about it, Chad. That's all we got. We're running a little late tonight, but that is how to write a great log, guys. Appreciate all the phone calls. Everybody who called in tonight, you're getting a prize. Thank you so much for calling in tonight. Chat room was cranking. Here it says, Chad, by the way, Scott is currently averaging 12 words per log.
Awesome.
12 words per log. The lowest level badge on Badge Gen is for 30-word average. Oh my God, I'm averaging 12.
Let's see. Out with Shorty Knits. Thanks for the hide. That's only 7. What else could you
No,
say?
this was in our way.
Oh, this was in our way. There you go. There's 12.
Yeah, there it is. That's about right. Sorry, guys. All right, guys. So, yes, I'm a hypocrite for having this show, but hope the newbies learn something and don't do what I do. Write a good log. And we gave you 16 different ways to write a good log. And so did the callers who called in. So, newbies, thank you so much for listening. Next week, Chad, we end Newbie Month, the final show of Newbie Month, and we're going full throttle here, hiding a geocache, teaching the newbies, Chad, the correct and incorrect way to hide a geocache. I expect the phones to be lit next week because everybody has their take on how to hide a geocache, the correct and incorrect way, the good way, the bad way, what not to do, what to do. Everybody's got their own opinions, Chad.
And I've got a newbie tip before we get off here.
Okay.
So in case you're listening to this a little bit later and you don't get to next week's show, well, the weekend, the Saturday is going to 2 Saturdays from now is going to be February 29th, Leap Day.
Leap Day. Oh God, yes.
Get a cache on Leap Day.
We'll remind you next week too. But...
If you don't do anything else, get a cache on Leap Day, or else you're going to be kicking yourself for 4 years.
That's Jesse. Jesse,
Yep.
Jesse, tell the world once again what you did.
Oh, I've told this story so many times.
What'd you do?
I DNF'd a cache. I had like very small window of opportunity to go and find a cache. I was relatively new, maybe like a year and a half, and I didn't know the whole, you got to find one on Leap Day, and I hadn't heard of challenges yet. Yeah, I DNF'd, and I didn't go back and find another one. So I had to wait 4 years.
4 years she had to. Yeah.
So she had one date there for the 366
she had
challenge.
Just hanging out. No, because she was. Do you have them all now, Jess? You don't have the 366 challenge, do you?
Oh, yeah.
You do have it? Oh, yeah, you do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. Oh, yeah, I remember you working on that. Yes.
Yep.
All right, guys. So next week, guys, hiding a geocache. That's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a lot of fun because my God, everyone's got an opinion on that. So thank you, Chad. Thank you, Jesse. Thank you, all our callers, all our listeners, all our sponsors, all our patrons. We love you guys so much, helping keep this show running. So let's move on. Let's close this show. Please join us again every Wednesday night at 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central as we stream live on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and on our website, geocachingpodcast.com. The archive video versions of our podcasts are available on our website or on our YouTube channel, and the audio versions are available on your favorite podcatcher. If you like the show, please head on over to Apple Podcasts and rate, review, and subscribe. We really appreciate it, and it really helps the show when you do. If you prefer to watch the show, make sure you click the subscribe or get notified buttons to know when we go live. And hey, if you haven't already, please consider becoming a patron of our show. With tiers starting as low as $3, you will get a ton of additional information, extra video, extra audio, only available to our Patreon members. Nobody else sees it, guys. Please head on over to patreon.com today and subscribe. That's patreon.com/the Geocaching Podcast. Thanks once again to our sponsors, Cashly, Logwork, FTF Geocacher Magazine, the Max Suds Body Company, Practical Geocaching, Art Ed Crafted, and PathTags.com. Please visit our sponsors, and when you make a purchase, please tell them that GCPC sent you. That's all we got this week, so we'll see you next week, talking geocaching, taking your phone calls. In the meantime, be good, be safe, hug your loved ones. We will talk to you guys next week. We are clear. Yes. Well, Chad, I totally hear you're buzzing now. We got to get you a new board. Now, Chad's the odd man out. Guys, awesome show tonight, guys. Thank you all the callers who called in. Love you guys. Jesse, how many callers do we have?
We had
I love it.
we had 5 callers tonight.
Nice. I love it. Great.
Sweet.
I think most of them get, if not all. I don't think Ian
Yeah,
got.
we had 4 new callers.
Yeah, so Ian doesn't get one. But I think everyone else does. Ian shouldn't get one anyway.
No, he got one last week.
Oh, did he? I
Yeah.
thought I told Jim not to give Ian anything.
Oh, yeah. Ian gets nothing.
Ian gets nothing. He don't like it. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We love having you guys on, having you guys watch the show live. Love the chat room tonight. Next week, again, how to hide a geocache. Gonna be a lot of fun, guys. Everybody's got an opinion. We'll talk to you guys next week. Thanks a lot.